The following video features stunts performed by a professional, Jason Eubanks, the logo, the beast, the genetic wonder. Accordingly, Hit It Harder and the producers at hihbowling must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed in this video. Please do not send any submissions. The producers will not open or watch them. Yo, Jason Eubanks and hihbowling.com, hashtag hit it harder. Check out those t-shirts, dye subs on the website, hihbowling.com. Hit the like, subscribe, and consider becoming a YouTube member to help support the channel. So today we're going to talk about a few things, mainly how to loft a bowling ball, why I loft it, how to loft it, and what it actually does. For all the new people that are probably going to see this channel, as you can see, I drill my own stuff. I know how to drill. That doesn't mean I want to run a pro shop. I've been lofting. There's nothing new to the game. I started doing it at 15 years old. So what is that? I'm 38, so 23 years ago is when I actually started doing it. So you can pretty say I have a good knowledge of what I'm doing. That doesn't mean that I want to go on tour to apply it. So I know if it was your favorite pro, you would probably listen if they were saying the same thing. So before you leave those comments, yeah. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so I'll be splicing in footage throughout this whole video. So yeah, just keep an eye out. The first thing, and this is for one-handers that use their thumb. I can't coach two-handers, but I guess you could use it. Take the information and do the same thing. With me, is thumb control. So you see how I can hold this ball up with just my thumb. Not a problem. And when I'm ready to let go, let go. So I'm gonna let go in 3, 2, 1. So I am the bowler, right? I tell the ball when I want to let it go. So free range, learn that, you know? So the more you can control the ball and manipulate it, the better it'll be off. Remember, you're the bowler. You throw it when you're ready to throw it. You throw it how you want to throw it. Whether it's my regular shot, if I'm going to loft it, or I'm going to balk, it's going to look exactly the same. I'm not going to change anything different in my delivery or anything like that. Another thing to consider is projection. So this is where probably like your two-handers can listen up a little bit. Projection. Think about it as when you play Angry Birds, right? You guys remember that game? When you pull the slingshot back, you're maxing it out, right? So no matter if it's this far back or whatever, you're just changing the angle in which you let it go. That is the exact same thing with lofting the bowling ball. So instead of letting it go, like starting to let it go here, if you use that thumb control, hold on to it here, or hold on to it here. If you do the exact same thing, it's gonna project onto the lane further, higher. You just have to find that sweet spot of what works for you. So think of it like this. Like everybody's seen bloopers where the ball sticks on their thumb and the ball goes flying in the air. That's loft in a sense, but that's uncontrolled because they didn't plan on doing that. But it's the same concept. They were going to throw it just as normal as they normally would. It got hung up and it changed the projection and went through the ceiling. Same concept. They didn't throw it any harder. You know, they didn't have to work out, 5 hours a day to do that. Just projection. You just play with when you release the ball, keep everything the same, and it'll be all natural to you. And remember, lofting is all relative to what you can do. And that is still a change for your ball motion. Now, you're gonna see me loft it about 35 feet down the lane. That is effortless. That is just me changing the projection of my release. So if you're taking, 19 miles an hour, 580 rev rate, instead of going down this way, you take it up that way, and that's just where it's landing. So I've thrown balls a lot farther, like if I get upset, I'll just chuck one. But this is just pure, just not even trying. So it all, even though yours may not go as far, any variation of how you normally throw it will change your ball rotation, or ball reaction, I should say. So why I loft is when they get really, really dry, I don't even loft anymore because I can just throw it harder or ball down and scoot back right. When I loft the ball, it's because I actually want the ball to actually hook. So I loft on longer patterns. Mind blown, I'm blowing your mind right now, right? So think about it like this, right? So you have a ball that's rolling on the lane, right? You set it down at the foul line. You're on 45 feet of oil. By the time it gets to the back, it's got nothing on it, right? But, and this is just my case, if I loft the ball naturally 35 feet in the air, that becomes a 15-foot pattern. It's going to hit the lane, rev, stop, and take off. So, and in many instances, I'm talking during, league tournaments, even PBA events, like here's a clip of me throwing, this is 45-foot dragon, and I'm throwing a hypercell fused, right? Ball's flying in the air, hits the lane, boom, takes off. You get to cover more angles than you would, or you have more miss room if you loft the ball as well, because of the ball having more energy because it's not riding or sitting on top of a bowling lane, losing energy that whole time. So there's just a few things to think about. I can loft in standing 25, like you wouldn't think you had to do it, but that's a very, very useful tool that has saved me quite a bit. Remember those things and the lofting game will come to you. Just practice, play with your release points, and don't do anything out of the ordinary, and just let it naturally go where it wants to go. So we're gonna take some look at my natural release shots, and we're gonna look at some lofting. Thanks for watching.
Eubanks.